Joey Garrity. I empower women entrepreneurs by sharing influence solutions on my show, SWE Spotlight with Joie. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I have an incredible guest today. She is like an executive coach extraordinaire. I've known her for I would say a little over a year, and we immediately hit it off. So I had to have her on the show today. But you're in the right place if you're here to how to cultivate more ease and influence in your business with executive coach Dana Zellers, right? And I want you to know too that my show is all about influencer solutions. So if you're looking for more influence solutions, you should also go check out my products and my services at joeg113.com. You can also learn about why I call myself joeg113 over there. I talk all about my branding. And I'll give you a hint. It actually is in homage to two of my favorite women entrepreneurs. One is Coco Chanel and the other one is Marilyn Monroe. All right. So I want to talk a little bit about my guest first before I bring her up here. Her name is Dana, works on corporate executive. She's a corporate executive coach in San Francisco and worldwide. So you can work with her wherever you're located out there. She is hired by leaders who are crushed by the demands of their boss, team, and personal life. Oh my God, I can relate with this. I worked in Hollywood for almost 20 years, and I know I was crushed by the time I left there. But let's bring her up from the green room. Hey, sister, how are you?
Hello, so great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, it's such a pleasure. Thank you for saying yes. And I want people to know
Absolutely.
that they can learn more about your services and products here at this. I'll also put in the shout out so people can grab it there as well. I want
Right.
to jump right in and I want to talk about your first share. You share here the SWE Superstar Influence Share. I spent years trying to get it all done. It wasn't until my workload lightened that I realized it wasn't fulfilling me. So let's talk about that. What was that like? And what was that aha for you?
Yeah. I am one of those people, and I know a lot of people listening can relate,
Right.
that try to do it all. We are so busy. We get into these roles, we get into these jobs. I worked in tech and advertising, very high stress, fast paced, lots of projects, lots of deadlines. Things don't always go well. And so you're really sort of thrown into a lot of those circumstances. And I was the one who was always there late, working on things, working weekends, doing all of those things.
Oh yeah,
And I really thought I loved what I was doing, but it was just too much.
sure.
And it wasn't until I was at a job where we were between projects and they were fine for me to have this easy schedule that I realized there were things that I loved about what I did, but it wasn't truly lighting me up. And I was just too busy to really step back and notice what I really did want to be doing.
Sure. And so that's such like a roll out the red carpet share there is that it took a tipping point for you to realize that trying to get it all done,
Right.
it's well, first of all, it's ridiculous.
Yes, we're never going to get it all done.
I mean, you
Let's be
yeah,
clear.
like in terms of building influence for your business and your personal professional brand out there, let's get this ridiculousness out of the way, everyone out
Yeah,
there. There's no such thing, okay?
there's no.
There isn't, and that's mind blowing because we're taught differently, aren't we?
We really are. And we're these perfectionists who think if I do more, if I'm the person who gets all these pieces done, if I do them to perfection, that then I will be successful. Then I will feel happy, then I will feel fulfilled. And that idea that we're oftentimes creating our own chaos by adding more and more things to our to-do list that we're never going to get to. Nobody ever finishes their to-do list. Nobody's ever done.
Yeah,
And if we're spending more time on things than it's worth, then what are we really doing?
yeah, you're just spinning your wheels and exhausting yourself, and let me tell you, our greatest asset is our energy, is our health. Is
Absolutely.
our enthusiasm, right? When you're excited, the whole world's excited with you. When you're down in the weeds and you're exhausted, right? Doesn't your whole life start looking grayer?
Yeah,
It does.
absolutely. And unfortunately, it takes for so many of us to get to that tipping point where we've pushed ourselves into that exhaustion
Oh,
or
yeah.
illness or something else is going on. We've got family tragedies that maybe we need to deal with. It isn't until we get past that point that we start to reevaluate what's important.
Yes, yes, yes. Before I get to your tip here, I want to share about a book. I had Shannon Crody on,
Mhm.
Dots Powerhouse founder, and this book was a game changer for me. I'm not sure who in the group of Polka Dot recommended. It could have been you, sister. Um, and I literally bought it, sat down, read it in one sitting, and launched my media company the next day. Because she talks in here about goal setting and how when you're a visionary and you're in the deep end of the pool, because no one's peeing there because you're all by yourself, right? When you're over there, that you need to really know thyself.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
right? Right?
Yes. Yeah, one of the first things that I work with all my clients on is really clarity. So we don't spend enough time thinking about what's important to us. And the more we start to reflect on that and create that vision, the easier it is to drop away those things that aren't getting us where we want to go.
Right, right. But you have to, again, it takes courage.
Absolutely.
Takes courage to dive in. I call it jumping cliffs,
Yeah.
right? And really know thyself. And then also to release the shame and the blame that comes with all that. You know what I mean? Because there's
Yeah.
shame. Society's like, be a doer, be a doer, be a doer, be.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm a generator. So I bought into that like hook, sinker,
Mhm.
line. I was like in it, sister, to win it.
Yeah. Well, and one of those things too is sort of reflecting on your life as a 360. So this doer that
Yeah.
we feel like society values
Yeah.
is in one area of our life. And if we start looking at putting other areas of our life on our to-do list, at least, then we can start to look at, you know what? Spending the day with a friend, spending a day napping. Those are as important as those big goals. And they let us reach those big goals. If we don't take that time for ourselves, we'll never be able to reach all of those heights that we're destined to do.
It's so true. Some days I just walk outside and I look up and I'm just in pure gratitude and just watch the clouds like I was as a little girl. That was one of my
Absolutely.
favorite memories with my brothers. We would do that. And I get filled with so much joy and so much ease. And that, sister, is when I can step into a bigger business influence spotlight,
Yes.
right? Because
Yes.
you're at ease, right? I want to talk about your tip here, your SWE superstar influencer tip. Good enough get right. Good enough gets a bad rap. It's so true. Why we want to do more than enough, which leaves us with less than enough in other areas. Amen to that.
Right? We are really trained that we always want this A plus 100% on everything that we do. That
Yeah.
is the standard that we are holding ourselves to.
Oh, yeah.
But in reality, all of the things in our life don't deserve A plus effort. Some things are a pass fail. And so we just want to put in enough information to get us where we want to go. And again, it goes back to your clarity. Why am I doing this? What is important to me about this lets you know what good enough for you is in that space. And again, we're not ever talking about one thing in isolation. We're talking about this idea that as I say yes to one thing, I'm saying no to something else. And so I want to look at where I'm spending my time. And maybe over here, I do want to check that box, but that's all I want to do. So let's look at what good enough is for each of the things on our list.
Yeah, I love that share. That's such a good tip because I believe what we focus on is what comes back threefold. And that's how the
Absolutely.
divine shows up for us, right?
So true.
And so for everyone out there, because the influence is directly linked to our earning power. And it is
Mhm.
literally your birthright to have as much influence as you want, right? But you have to be influence also comes along with responsibility, and you have to take care of your health. You have to take care of
Mhm.
your mind and spirit because as your influence grows, so does so can the inner talk,
Yeah. Yes.
the chatter can
Mhm.
start. So having a nice inner game, like get a strong inner game. I love your share. It's such a spotlight share of just really sitting with it and just saying, it's got a bad rap. Got a bad rap.
Yeah. Yeah. Good
Yeah.
enough. That's what we want. Good enough.
Good enough. So, well, that sounds good to me. I'm in. I want to talk about a share I have today. I talk a lot about this in my first book, The Red Carpet Guide to Visibility and Influence, and it's all about create business systems that include daily social media shares Monday through Friday to grow your business influence and keep you at ease. Organize
Amen.
your system shares. I use Trello, use whatever you want, right? But I love Trello so that you have everything in one place, right? You really want to have a system together for yourself because when you do, and in here it doubles as a guidebook, it has a system in here. When you have your system, you wake up in the morning and chasing. You're not chasing. You're at ease. You're feeling confident. And confidence, that boosts your influence out there so fast, so fast. What do you think?
I
What do you think about systems, sister?
I love that tip. Systems are such a huge piece to me. This is one of those people. I was the process gal at work who was always like, why are we making this so hard on ourselves? Why can't we learn from these and put a system in place? And systems don't have to be complicated. It
Yep.
can be a checklist so that I remember what I'm doing. It can be putting time on your calendar to make sure that, one day a week you're looking at your social media and making sure that those pieces are there. The human brain was developed in a time of, hunting. We're only able to keep maybe three things in our mind at a time, and we don't get to choose what three things those are. So we need to train our brains that we have the systems and processes so
Mhm.
that not only we can be more efficient about it, which is going to save us time, we can be more effective because we're not forgetting those things, we're getting those things done. But again, goes back to that ease. I'm letting it go and I'm trusting the process that I've created for that.
Absolutely, and I think with confidence is ideal for business influence. It's ideal.
Absolutely.
Sexy, it feels good, it keeps you at ease, and systems, they're here to keep us safe. I
Yeah.
truly believe that in business. I truly believe that. Um, that is a big screen premiere moment. Thank you so much for sharing that. You guys are in the right space here if you are here, how to cultivate ease and influence in your business with Executive Coach Dana Zellers. I have a tip here that I want to share with all of you. It's about share a client testimonial about you and your business a minimum of once a week across your social media shares. Make sure to tag them, whoever gave you that, right? So that you're in their backyard. It's a great way to grow your influence quickly, right? You're going to be in people's backyard. So I'm going to be tagging you, right? With the
Yep.
pre-marketing and then the show marketing, right? And then I do blog shares on the show. Like I do a lot of repurposing of the show, right? And I'm going to be in your backyard, but you're going to be in mine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's such a win-win, right? There's going to be people that just in my backyard don't know you yet,
Right.
right?
And vice versa.
And vice versa. So that's the win-win, you guys. Share a testimonial once a week. It takes courage, but why shouldn't you stand in your win? Why shouldn't you? You're opening doors for other women to do the same. So if you,
Exactly.
anyone
I
needs
I love
to
Yeah, I love that tip. I think it's so important to hear the stories of people who are really experiencing you. It gives another side to that. And again, it's opening up those doors. Again, new people, a new point of view, all of that information, and just put it in your system.
yes, put it in your system. There you go, sister. I love it. Um, we're wrapping this up. Just quickly, what's something that has surprised you about your journey when you had like this shift on your journey and how you've created it for yourself now?
Yeah, I loved my career in advertising and tech. I loved the people. I love that experience. Moving into a point of view where I'm working with people more one-on-one, and I'm really creating true sustained change with the people that I work with. That for me lights me up so much, and I still get to talk to amazing people that previously I would have worked with, but just in a different way. And so I'm able to incorporate a lot of the things that I loved about my former life into what I'm doing now. And I get to know that I get to keep evolving that as I learn more and more about what lights me up.
Well, I so appreciate you. I'm so glad that we're connected, sister. Thank you for coming on the show today and for all of your gorgeous, glorious shares.
Thank
I
you.
love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I appreciate you. I'm going to drop you down in the green room. Thank you,
Thank you
sister.
so much.
Isn't she wonderful? She's awesome. Make sure to join me for another episode every Thursday, 9 a.m. and 11 o'clock Central Time and 9 a.m. Pacific Coast Time. And I always leave it like this. It is your birthright to stand in your superstar, influential spotlight. Women entrepreneurs out there, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you so much. And until next time, ciao. You can learn more about me, my services, and products at joeyg113.com. Make sure to join me every week on the SWE Media Network YouTube channel and wherever you listen to podcasts.